What if I told you that you experience death every moment? The Buddha taught that every moment is a cycle of birth and death. And this cycle goes on and on even after the day you die. Just like people are born and pass away, your thoughts, emotions, experiences, and even the cells in your body arise and fade away, which really shows the ever-changing nature of all things. When I was younger, I used to be so obsessed with bringing old memories back, whether they were good or bad. I remember trying to find old pictures on my laptop, and every single day I'd wake up and the first thing that I'd do is I'd look at all the photos of me and my friends, whether they be in exciting moments in the past or whether they be in the deepest, darkest depths of our psyche, the worst moments of our friendships. I was stuck to these memories like a rat trapped in a cage. And I couldn't get out. I was also messaging them, trying to reconnect with them, trying to get the smallest ounce of experience, of feeling that they got back then. And so I did, which ultimately led me to a weird manipulation game where I'm trying to psychologically coerce them for me to experience the memories I had in the past with them. And because of this, I not only dragged myself deep down in the trenches of misery, but I also missed out on all the experiences I could have had if I just accepted the present and let the change be. While there were more opportunities to create better, healthier friendships right now, I miss these because I was too focused on the past. Instead of watching the river that is the past rush by freely, I tried to cling on to it and freeze it in place so that I can take an Instagram photo of it. But we know that rivers can't freeze. Rivers keep on changing, which is why this truth is all the more important, and it holds a deep place in my heart. There's a nice quote from the Buddha, and I will share it with you today. Remain focused, monks, on the foulness of the body. Have mindfulness of in and out breathing well established to the fore within you. Remain focused on the inconstancy of all fabrications. For one who remains focused on the foulness of the body, the obsession for passion on the property of beauty is abandoned. For one who has mindfulness of in and out breathing well established to the fore within oneself, annoying external thoughts and inclinations don't exist. For one who remains focused on the inconstancy of all fabrications, ignorance is abandoned, and clear knowing arises. You see, this quote is about training the mind. When the Buddha says remaining focused on the inconstancy of all fabrications, he means to recognize the ever-changing nature of all things. Life is not the same what it was a moment from now. The river is not the same as the river a moment from now. The river is always changing. If we understand the present nature of the body, the skin cells that are slowly shedding within us, we will not get attached. We will not get attached to our jacked physique because we know that we will get old one day. We will know that we will rot and decay and eventually, ultimately, turn into pieces of skull and skeleton, being nutrients for the plants and flowers and insects below us. I don't see it, but everything around me is experiencing birth and death in every moment. My skin, my teeth, my eyes, my hat, my shirt, my microphone, this camera that I'm using to record this video on. And it's like a flip book. You right now are slightly different from the you a few moments from now. Everything inside of you is constantly dying and being reborn. You know how in the movies when the main character suddenly turns evil and everybody around him says this isn't you, that is clinging to something that happened in the past. What is now is this moment as it is, without labels, without thoughts, without stories, just this moment. And what you must do is learn to accept it. So the next time you think this isn't you, this isn't me, this isn't that person, this isn't that place, recognize that that's a false notion. Recognize the changing beauty of each moment. That's what makes each moment beautiful, that it changes, and accept it as it is and embrace it. Which sets us up perfectly for the next part. Now that you know that life is born and that life is dead in every single moment, don't you want to experience the beauty of each moment, to savor the lives, to savor the births, while death isn't there yet? And as we know, there are a billion deaths happening every nanosecond. And that's why we like taking photographs. This moment will be gone soon. But when we take a photo, we capture it perfectly. You can actually capture moments perfectly by being present in the moment and fully experiencing, fully accessing all the wonders of life that is in this moment. Come with me. I want you to savor the life that you still have. The 2 arms that you have, the 2 legs, The two eyes, the youthful skin, the youthful energy, the vitality, the sun and the sky. Each moment, they are all dying and they are all being reborn again. Cells are dying, civilizations are collapsing, buildings in the city are experiencing ruin and are being built. But right now, we can savor all of it fully. The Buddha said, you shouldn't chase after the past or place expectations on the future. What is past is left behind. The future is as yet unreached. Whatever quality is present, you clearly see right there, not taken in, unshaken. That's how you develop the heart, ardently doing what should be done today, for who knows, tomorrow death. There is no bargaining with mortality in his mighty world. Whoever lives thus ardently, relentlessly, both day and night, has truly had an auspicious day, so says the peaceful sage. And we can end there, but you see, the rabbit hole goes even deeper. Look at the clouds. Suppose a boy becomes attached to one cloud so much so that he calls it his best friend. One day, he notices that his beloved cloud has disappeared. He says, oh no, my cloud is dead. But Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh perfectly clears this misconception.
A cloud can never die. A cloud can become snow or rain or ice, but a cloud can never die.
His cloud is still there. He just needs to look deeper. A cloud cannot die. A cloud can transform into rain, but that doesn't mean it's dead. That means it transforms into another form. And the rain cannot die. The rain, when it disappears, turns into the concrete floor, the grass, the earth, the soil below it. It merges into the ground of the earth. In chemistry class, I heard of this amazing, phenomenal quote, and I want to share it with you. So there's this French scientist named Antoine Lavoisier, and he says, rien ne se perd, rien ne se crée, tout se transforme. Matter cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can change shape and be transformed. And so there is no true beginning, there is no true end. There is only continuation. And it's not just chemistry, it's the nature of life itself. The air that we breathe was once the breath of someone else, of planets, of animals. And the water that we drink, it has flowed through clouds, veins, and rivers for billions and billions of years. What you call you is not something that is born and is not something that will die. The body that we inhabit is made of stardust. Every atom in your body was forged in the heart of a star billions of years ago. And when the body dissolves, the atoms don't disappear. They transform. They become the air, the soil, the light, the sun, so on and so forth. What does this mean? It means there is no true beginning and there is no true end. Life doesn't start, life doesn't stop. It flows, it transforms, it interconnects. And the line between you and the world dissolves whenever you see this. You're not separate. You're part of an endless, timeless cycle that continued on for generations and will continue again. You are the tree. You are the ocean. You are the star. Birth and death are just ideas. They're not reality. So what's left when you strip away those illusions? Just this. A moment, interconnected, whole. And in that moment, everything makes sense. You see, Buddha's teaching gives you the info you need to finally become one with life. Also, YouTube thinks that you should watch this video. Let's see if they are right. As always, live in the now, because tomorrow may never come.